Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Ancient Emperor Tarot. I'd like you guys to welcome you to my channel. I think it's about time for me to come out now and really get down to the nitty-gritty and really share with you guys what I've been working on. I've been in the dark. Now it's time for me to come out in the light. My ancestors been whooping my ass recently, and I gotta answer the call. I gotta answer the call now, and it's time for me to start to read. It's time for me to start expressing myself and sharing the truth, nothing but the truth, and being real with y'all. I just like to thank all my brothers and sisters out there, my tarot card readers, my empaths, my psychics. I'd like to thank you guys. You guys have really been motivating me to come out of my shell, and it's time now. Lately I've been getting a lot of psychic downloads from my ancestors, so I've been working on my own stack. I got way more work to do. They're still working on me. They're gonna be working on me every day, and yeah, let's get to it. Got a couple of readings. Got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. So I just like to thank all my brothers and sisters out there. I really appreciate you guys. I'm really grateful for you guys, and let's get this show going. Let's get it started. These are psychic intuitive readings. All right, psychic downloads I've been getting from my ancestors. So yeah, let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. So welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will be having a PayPal and a Cash App for donations. All donations will be greatly appreciated. It will be in the description down below. Alright, but make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Alright, so let's get to it. Okay? Let's get to it. Thank you guys for being here. Really grateful for you guys. Please use discernment. This is not gonna resonate with everybody. This is a collective reading, okay? So it will not resonate with everybody, okay? Use discernment. Don't try to put the shoe that don't fit. If it don't fit, it don't fit, okay? This ain't no Cinderella story. So if it don't fit, it don't fit. But be warned, you will be triggered. You will be triggered. I'm just letting you know, okay? But I'm gonna be telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. Okay, doing a lot of work. I have way more work to do. And I'm grateful for all my brothers and sisters out there for really motivating me and pushing me to get out here. But also to my ancestors, I've been whooping my ass. Alright guys, so let's get to it. Bottom of the deck, we have I need you. Somebody needs you out there. Someone needs you out there. I don't know, might be your family member, lover, friend, but someone needs you out there. Alright? Someone needs you out there. First one we got, following you. Someone's following you. Maybe it'll be a friend, maybe it'll be a lover. Okay? But someone's following you out there. Alright, so watch your back. Someone's following you out there, so watch your back. Alright? I'm following you. Maybe a lover, family, friend. Oh, someone may be dealing with an emperor. Or maybe you are an emperor or an empress, but you may be dealing with an emperor here. Alright? Very powerful one. This person's following an emperor, obviously. This person knows who this person is, or maybe doesn't even know that this person is an emperor. Very powerful emperor. I can feel it already. This person's very powerful. But if you're an emperor out there, you might be being followed, so be careful. Okay? Next, you got a karmic cousin. You may be dealing with a karmic cousin. One of you guys may be dealing with a karmic cousin, male, female. Alright? But you're dealing with a karmic cousin. Maybe your karmic cousin's following you. Maybe the karmic cousin's following this emperor. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out what's going on. Okay? Ooh, toxic. Someone's toxic. Maybe this karmic cousin is toxic because it's a karmic. Alright, the person that's following this emperor is karmic. It's toxic. Alright, this person's very toxic. Whoever this person is very toxic. You know, but you are dealing with a karmic cousin, and you're dealing with someone who's very, very toxic. So use discernment. Maybe lover, family, friend, business. Someone out there is toxic. But you're also dealing with a karmic cousin, and they are following you. They are following this emperor. Next we got moving on. And you need to move on. If you're this emperor, you need to move on. You need to move on. Okay? Because obviously this person that you're dealing with is toxic. This karmic cousin is karmic, but is also toxic. And they are following you. Who knows why, but we'll get to the bottom of this. Maybe they're following you because maybe they know who you are now. Maybe they know that you're powerful, that you are an emperor, that you are a psychic medium. Okay? So maybe they know now. But you need to move on. You need to move on. Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, this person is very deceptive. Very deceptive. This toxic person, or this karmic cousin, is very deceptive. Alright? So you need to be very careful. This person is following you. Okay? This deceptive person is following you. You need to be careful. This person is very toxic, and you need to move on. You need to move on. Okay? Holy Spirit. Oh, they've been doing money spells on you, bruh. Girl. They've been doing money spells on you. You don't know why. Maybe they know that you're about to make this huge jump. Alright? That you're blessed. Alright? And they hating. You know, and they're pissed. You know, because maybe you moved on. You know, and they're doing money spells on you. They be doing money spells, bro. That shit don't work. Especially on an emperor. Man, that shit's just gonna come right back to you. Here's one thing about black magic, bro. Maybe they are doing black magic. Obviously, they're doing black magic because it's money spells. That shit comes right back. That shit comes right back to you. 10 times fold, even 20 times fold. But it comes back to you. Like, hard. Hard. Alright? These people, these family, lover, friends, this person, this toxic person, that's being deceptive, that's following you, and doing money spells on you, they don't know what they got coming because they're fucking with an emperor. You don't fuck with an emperor. You don't mess with an emperor or an empress. You don't. You just don't, and you can't. This person is highly protected. This emperor is highly protected in the spiritual realm. Alright? Not just spiritual realm, but here as well. They're probably protected as well by their ancestors, by their angels, by Ra, the Most God, or God, Jesus, Allah, whoever you praise. Okay? I got nothing against any religion. I'm all with it. Okay? But you need to move on. Because this person is very deceptive, very toxic. And they're following you, and they're doing money spells on you. Okay? They're attacking your career, obviously. They know you're about to be abundant, you know. So they know. But this emperor is highly protected for sure. They are fucking dumb. You may be dealing with an earth sign. Okay? You may be dealing with an earth sign. This earth sign is toxic. Okay? This earth sign is probably the one that's doing the money spells. Or this karmic cousin is toxic. Okay? This earth sign is very toxic. Okay? And it's very deceptive and it's following you, and you need to move on. But this person is doing money spells. Maybe they're working with an occult, you know, or maybe they're doing the money spells themselves. But you can't fuck with an emperor, man. You cannot fuck with an emperor. This earth sign is really gonna get it. And if they're gonna get it, they're gonna get it in their pockets. And after that, they keep going, man. Woo. Boy. Keep quiet. Maybe they want you to keep quiet. Maybe there's something that you know. Alright? This earth sign, this karmic cousin, this toxic person wants you to keep quiet. Maybe you know too much. Maybe you know something that they don't want you to say. Okay? Maybe because you're an emperor, you're a psychic medium, you're an empath, they know. that you know something and they want you to keep quiet, or maybe you need to keep quiet about it, but they want you to keep quiet, but you need to move on. All right, because again, they're very deceptive, very deceptive. All right, and they're doing money spells on you. All right, they're doing money spells on you, so you need to move on. You need to keep it on the down low, but they're trying to keep you quiet. They're trying to keep you hush hush. Alright, ain't no hush hush. You can't keep an emperor quiet. Alright, an emperor is always gonna tell you the truth. Always gonna be looking for the truth, and only the truth. That's all they want is the truth. Maybe this earth sign's been very deceptive towards this emperor or this karmic cousin, you know. But this earth sign is very toxic, right? And they want you to keep quiet, and they're following you. Okay, but you need to move on again. Okay, you need to move on. You need to move on. Whatever family, lover, friend, it's an earth sign that you're dealing with. You need to move on. Oh, this person is very mentally ill already. They're mentally ill already. This stuff, this money spells, this toxic behavior is putting them in a mental entrapment. Maybe they're working with this black magic. They're getting mentally ill. They're losing their mind. Okay, they don't know what to do. Alright? And since they're so toxic, you know, they're following you and they're very deceptive, doing all these money spells. This karmic cousin too as well. They're getting in a mental prison. And they're becoming mentally ill. But again, remember, you need to move on. You need to bounce. Bounce. Ooh, you got a knife. Or maybe you have a knife. Maybe they stabbed you in the back, because they're so deceptive. That's why you moved on, because they stabbed you in the back. Maybe there's something that they did to you, that they stabbed you in the back. Obviously, they're doing money spells and they're toxic, you know, and they're following you. You might be dealing with a narcissist as well. Heavy, heavy narcissist. They're toxic and they're following you, and they're deceptive, and now they're mentally ill because of these fucking money spells. Alright? Make sure you protect yourself, alright? Carry a knife, or whatever, you know. I'm not telling you to do anything crazy, but protect yourself. You get what I'm saying? Protect yourself at all times. You know, just watch your back. This person's very deceptive. They're doing money spells on you. You know, they want you to keep quiet. They're very toxic, you know. And again, they're following you. But you're dealing with an emperor. You can't fuck with an emperor. You can't play with an emperor. You can't be toxic with an emperor. You can't do money spells on an emperor. That shit don't work. It may work for a little while, you know, maybe work for a little bit. Depends how highly ranked this emperor is. But all emperors, mostly all emperors, are very highly ranked. And that shit don't work. It goes right back. Return to sender. 1,000,000,000 times fold. Not just 10 times fold. I'm talking about 1,000,000,000. Ooh, you need to release your ex, bro or girl. Release your ex. Maybe this earth sign is an ex of yours, and they're doing money spells on you because you're moving on. You moved on, and you don't want nothing to do with them. You need to release your ex. This ex wants you to keep quiet. They're very toxic. This earth sign, karmic cousin, and they're following you, and they're very deceptive. They've stabbed you on the back already. But again, they're already mentally ill. They're already mentally ill. And again, they're toxic, you know. But they want you to keep quiet. Why do they want you to keep quiet? Why do they want you to keep quiet? Something you know, something you found out. Maybe you know and you ain't saying nothing and you moved on already. And you're moving on already. But they're very deceptive and they're following you. But you need to release your ex. Release your ex. I love you like crazy. This person loves you like crazy. This person is toxic and they love you like crazy. And now they're mentally ill, mentally entrapped. But somebody that loves you like crazy would not be doing money spells, would not be being deceptive towards you, or they wouldn't even be toxic. Like, come on, man. If you love someone like crazy, you take care of them. You support them. You don't be going around back and stabbing them and shit and being deceptive, being toxic. And it's putting money spells, black magic, money spells, working on their career because you moved on. Bro, if you love someone, you set them free. You let them go. You don't keep them trapped up. That's why they're going mentally ill right now. That's why they're going mentally ill right now. Not just because of that, because of the money spells, because they're toxic and they're so deceptive. Man, but they want you to keep quiet. It's something you know. They want you to keep quiet. This person's going down, bro. You can't be fucking with an emperor. This earth sign, they don't love you like crazy. You don't love someone like crazy like that, bro. You take care of someone. You love them crazy, you take care of them. You stop being toxic. You stop being deceptive, huh? You stop doing these fucking money spells. You stop stabbing the emperor in the back. That's why you're going mentally ill, bro. That's why you're in a mental imprisonment right now. That's why you're in a mental imprisonment right now. Because all these money spells and you being very deceptive and toxic. Especially stalking. Like, why you gang stalking, bro? Why you following me? You know? Why they following you? Bro, leave the emperor alone. You love him like crazy. Leave him alone. Stop doing this stuff. Stop doing this deceptive stuff. Okay? Leave him alone. Leave this emperor alone. Okay? You love him like crazy. You move on. You need to move on before their ancestors and angels and spirit guides and spirit whoops your ass. Starts hitting your pockets. Starts hitting your career. Some people don't learn, man. They don't learn until they lose it all. You know, until they learn their lesson. Some people are stubborn and egotistic. But again, you gotta kill the ego. Maybe there's something they went through when they was a child they haven't gotten over from the dark night of the soul. You gotta work on that dark side of yourself, man. Some people like to stay in that dark side. They don't like to work on that side. You know, because it exposes the real them. They have to take off the mask. But this person is toxic, bro. Going mentally ill. But they love you like crazy. House. Maybe it has to do with a house. Maybe you got a house. Maybe you guys had a house and you moved on. You kicked her out or whatever. But this has something to do with a house. But it has something to do with a house. That's why they're doing money spells on you. Maybe you got a house. Maybe that's why you moved on. And now they heard that you got a house. But homeboy right here, Emperor got a house, or there's a house coming. There's a house coming. There is a house coming. That's why they're doing money spells on you. Maybe you're making it big. Maybe you're about to make it big. Maybe you have some sort of platform. Something's going on. But your boy over here, your girl over here, Emperor, Empress, they blowing up. Okay? They blowing up. Sorry, drop it. Alright? They blowing up. This person is going mentally ill. Mentally ill. I'm mad. Of course you mad, bruh. Of course you mad. Because this emperor gonna move on, but why you mad? Maybe you're mad. Because they've been so deceptive and toxic. You know, trying to keep you quiet. And being deceptive. They mad. They mad. But I feel that they're mad. Because you moved on. You have the power to move on. You know? You have the ability to move on. They're mad. They mad than a mother. I can feel it right now. That's why they're being so deceptive and everything. But they mad as hell. This karmic cousin mad. But you need to release your ex. This ex, this earth sign. Again, we're dealing with an earth sign and a karmic cousin. And they mad. They mad at this emperor. I'm telling you, bro, look, spell work. You can't play. I ain't playing right here. They're doing spell work on you too. Maybe separation spells, career spells, you know, separation spells, all sorts of confusion spells. They're doing spell work on you. Yeah, they're definitely doing some black magic. Definitely doing black magic. They're doing spell work. They're probably going to a practitioner. If this person is not skilled in the dark arts, they're going to someone, they're paying someone. This ex, this earth sign, this karmic cousin that's mad, that's mentally ill now. That's why it's attacking. I told you guys, I'm telling you guys, you cannot be messing with black magic. That shit goes right back. That shit goes right back to you. That shit goes right back. But you love them like crazy, and you're doing spell work, and you're doing money spells, bruh. You sick, man. You sick. Whoever you are, you sick. You toxic, just how it says right here. You need to change before, man, before his ancestors, this emperor's ancestors, starts coming to whoop your ass. Starts coming to kick your ass. Because this person, it seems, and I can feel it, they're highly protected. Highly ranked too. They're doing spell work on you. They're doing black magic. Look. And you're dealing with a karmic ant. Maybe you're dealing with a karmic ant. Maybe this karmic ant is doing spell work on you. Doing money spells on you. Maybe this karmic ant is an earth sign. They want you to keep quiet about a house. Someone wants you to keep quiet about a house. This is about money. This is all about money. But they mad. They mad. But this is all about money. These toxic people, this karmic aunt, this karmic cousin, this ex of yours, this earth sign, doing money spells, doing spell work, this being toxic, this going mentally ill now. Mentally ill now. Because of the spell work and the money spell. And the spell work, bruh, and for being deceptive, for stabbing you in the back, it ain't gonna work, man. It's only gonna put them in a mental entrapment. It's only gonna get them money work done on them. That shit's gonna go right back. Hard, because again, this emperor is protected. You're dealing with an emperor. You can't play with an emperor. You can't play with no emperor. You cannot, my boys, my girls. Get it together. Let's get it together. You need to stop that shit before you get yourself hurt. You're gonna get yourself hurt. They mad than a mother. They love you like crazy. You need to move with calmer waters. This person needs to move with calmer waters, but maybe you need to move to calmer waters because this situation is so toxic. There's so much shit going on right here. You need to move with calmer waters, okay? You need to bounce, but you already moved on. This emperor already moved on. Bounce, out the door, out, gone. See ya, sayonara, adios, bye. They're gone. They already moved to calmer waters, for sure. I feel it, they're gone. They already know what's going on. Because they're being so deceptive. Spell work, money spells. And they're so toxic. They want you to keep quiet. But this is something to do with a house. This has to do with money. For sure, because they're doing all this spell work on you. All this black magic on you. And they mad, but they're going mentally ill. Keep going. Keep doing that shit. See how far you go. It's only going to get you in the shits. I can't get you off my mind. No shit, they can't get you off their mind. That's where they're going mentally ill. That's where they're going mentally ill. They can't get you off your mind. but they mad than a mother. And again, they toxic. And they're deceptive. Bruh, you need to move to calmer waters. But I know this emperor for a fact already moved to calmer waters. They already detached themselves. They know what's going on. They see it for what it is. This ain't no game. You can't play with no emperor. You can't fuck no emperor. You can't do stuff like this to an emperor. But this is about money for sure. This emperor is about to make it big. And the only thing that this is doing, this spell work, these money spells, okay? And them being deceptive, okay? It's only gonna push this emperor leaps and bounds, like it's only just gonna skyrocket. They're gonna go so far. This person's gonna make it big. This emperor, they're gonna make it big time. Cause all this shit this is doing over here, this spell work, all this black magic, this dark arts, it's just only gonna put the emperor in a position where they're just gonna prosper so hard, you know. But they're going mentally ill and they're mad. They're mad because you're untouchable too. They following you. They're being deceptive. They want you to keep quiet. But you're moving on. Homeboy, homegirl. You moving on, girl. You moving on, boy. You moved on. You're already gone. You've already moved to calmer waters. You've gone away from these toxic, deceptive people. But they can't get you off their mind. That's what I tell you, it's all that fucking spell work and shit. They're entrapping themselves. They're going mentally ill. They mad. Man, this person, this ex, this earth sign, this karmic aunt, this cousin, karmic cousin, this is about money, I'm telling you. Homeboy's gonna make it, homegirl's gonna make it. My beautiful king, my beautiful queen, they're gonna make it big time. But they're already moved on big time from these toxic people. I can feel it, disgusting. Ugh. I could totally feel it. All this spell work, all this dark arts, stars magic, like, jeez. What I tell you, boy, justice is here. Justice is coming from. What I tell you. What I tell you. You can't play with no emperor. Justice is here. You cannot play with an emperor. You just can't. It's not written in the stars. Justice is here, man. These people better get... Justice is here already. They're fucked. Okay? But justice is here. All this spell work, all this deceptive, toxic behavior, they're going mentally ill. More stuff is about to come to these people. These toxic people, justice is here. Their angels are here. Their spirit guides are here. Their spirit animals are here. Bro, this person's protected, I'm telling you. Extremely protected. Oh my God. Like, really? Like, you had to go through all that spell work, that money spell, being toxic, being deceptive, following them around and shit. This is definitely about money. But this emperor's already moved to calmer waters. They've moved on already, big time. They already knew justice was coming. Justice is here. They're about to get their ass handed to them. They're about to get slapped around by the ancestors, by their angels. They have no idea what's coming to them. They have no idea what's coming to them. But this is all about money. About this house. Maybe they bought a house, maybe they got money. But justice is here. Man, again, like I told you, you're dealing with an emperor. You cannot play with an emperor or an empress. King, queen, you cannot play. Alright, you guys need to listen. Alright? Whoever's being deceptive, whoever's being toxic, alright? This earth sign, this karmic cousin, alright, this karmic aunt, this X being deceptive and doing all this spell work, trying to keep him entrapped and doing work on him, and supposedly you love him like crazy. Nah, man. You're being in a mental entrapment. Answers are here. That's probably right, starting just now, or maybe it's already happening. But justice is here. Justice has been here. Their angels have been protecting and watching over them. They're about to get their ass handed to them. Justice is here. Maybe dealing with the justice system. Maybe the police are involved because you're being followed. They're following you and they're being deceptive. Maybe they know something, you know. But for sure, justice is here. Justice is here. Justice is going to rain on these people. All these people. You know, you can't play with no emperor. You can't play with a light worker, with a star seed, with a chosen one. You can't play. They're high. This person's high. This emperor is highly protected. Highly protected. Highly protected. But justice is here. Justice is here. This is about money. This is about money. Again, this is not going to resonate with everybody. This is a collective reading. This is not a specific sign. Alright? Don't try to put the shoe that don't fit. I'm telling you, this ain't no Cinderella story, huh? This is a collective reading. Again, if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. If it doesn't, you know, it doesn't. But justice is here. This emperor is highly protected. Who is this emperor? Powerful. Powerful, 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 powerful. Very, very, very protected. Very, 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 very protected. But man, these people being toxic, trying to keep you quiet, maybe trying to keep you quiet about a house, or trying to keep you quiet about maybe something that you know. Again, you already moved to calmer waters. This emperor has already moved to calmer waters. You know, but this earth sign, this X, this karmic aunt, this karmic cousin, they need to get the hell out of the way of this emperor. They need to move. Get out of that. You love this, but if you love this person like crazy, you love someone, you let him go. You let him go. If it doesn't work, you let him go. You just let him go. You let him go. Justice is here. That's the beauty of it. Homeboy don't even gotta do anything. Homeboy don't even gotta do anything. You don't even gotta do anything, mom. Pop. That's why they're going mentally ill. Boy. This person's already moved on to calmer waters, man. Man. That's why they're going mentally ill, and they can't keep you off their mind because they know they messed up. For stabbing you in the back, for being deceptive, and being toxic. Like, bro. But you mad, right? You mad, right? You mad for your behavior, your actions, your spell work, right? You did this. You did it to yourself. All this stuff, you did it to yourself. All this spell work, all this black magic, you did it to yourself. You definitely did this to yourself. Ain't nobody put a gun, ain't nobody told you or forced you to do it. Again, maybe they paid a practitioner. If this practitioner is smart, right? If this practitioner is smart, they will not take any money and they will not do any work, because that practitioner is also gonna get justice. Karma is also gonna come for them. The angels are gonna come for them. Big time. Big time. This practitioner better stop. This person better stop. This karmic cousin, this karmic aunt, this ex, this earth sign, they better stop now before things get worse. But this is definitely about money. There's a house involved. Or maybe this person that moved on, this emperor that moved on, bought a house or was about to buy a house. But this emperor's about to make it big, because justice is here. Justice has been here. And they've already moved to calmer waters. They were already moved to calmer waters. But that's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. You get mentally entrapped, all right? And this spell work is gonna go right back to you. All this spell work, this money spells, who else knows what kind of work they're doing, what kind of work this practitioner or this person, this karmic cousin, karmic aunt, this earth sign, this ex, who knows what kind of other work they ask the person to do on this emperor. But if that practitioner, that black magic practitioner is smart, they'd either give the money back, because that's karmic. Take that money, give that money back, or keep the money and be like, hey, you know what? I ain't working with you. I ain't doing shit with you. I ain't doing nothing with you. This person's heavily protected. You know, person's heavily protected. I don't want anything involved to do with it. Okay? I don't want nothing involved to do with it. Okay? If this person's smart. If the justice is here. Justice is here. So, alright, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and do 3 oracle cards for some advice, and we'll go on from there, and probably move on to the next reading. I might jump on in here and do another reading, do a second reading, see what's going on, see if we can get a little bit more clarity, or it might be another story or something. But this is definitely about money. It has to do with an emperor, you know. And these people, these toxic people being deceptive and stuff, they don't, you know, they better move on. They better bounce. They better get out the way. They better leave this emperor alone. And they better stop following him, because justice is here. Maybe this person already knows that they've been being following, that these people are following him. Alright, and they've been very deceptive and toxic, you know. Maybe he knows, maybe he already filed like a report, a police report or something. Or maybe he already went to the court system or something. These people are probably being watched themselves for being like this. You can't play with no emperor. You cannot play with no emperor. You cannot play. You cannot play around. Alright, guys. Let's get some oracle cards. I love oracle cards. It's like, man, they're so beautiful. I got some beautiful oracle cards. The oracles of unicorn. Beautiful cards. Intense, huh? Better leave him alone. You better leave this boy alone, this girl alone, this emperor, this empress. You better leave him alone. We're gonna be going with the Oracle of Unicorns. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. I love this deck. It's actually my second deck. I love this deck. Still crispy, crispy cream. Crispy, crispy cream. Oh man. These people. Look, bottom of the deck, we got adventure. Oh boy, about to go on an adventure. Dare to do things differently. Manifest your travel dreams. Move to a new location. That's why this emperor's already been moving on, man. Moving to calmer waters. Probably moving out of state, something. But this person is already moving on. Crazy. You can't be doing these money spells and apparently you love them like crazy and you want them to keep quiet. Like, bro, ain't no nothing, ain't no love there. Being deceptive and toxic and shit. Oh, let me get this. You can't be playing with no emperor. You can't be doing black magic. You can't be messing around. Look, again, being aware of your awareness. Go on, adventure. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, guys. Alright, I will be having a donation description down at the description box. If you guys care to donate, that'd be highly appreciated so we can get the channel going, get these energy exchanges going. You know, any kind of donation would be greatly appreciated. get going. Let's get some words of advice from the Oracle. Got passion. You got passion. You need to follow your passions. Or maybe these people that did the spell work had a lot of passion in doing this shit on. But this Emperor, you need to follow your passions. It says, do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. Woo! That's why they moved on. That's why they're going through common waters. But you need to follow your passion. You need to do whatever excites you. Maybe, start painting again. Start exercising, cooking. There's all sorts of different passions, but it will increase your energy level in order for you to manifest too as well. Get fired up, get pumped up, get amped up. Whoever this Emperor is, go and follow your passion. Go and follow your passion. Alright? Go start doing things that excites you, Or maybe there's a book that you want to read. Or maybe there's a course that you've been wanting to take that you've been holding back from. Many, many, many things. Many different things. There's all sorts of different hobbies, all sorts of different hobbies. Next we got balance. It says balance. Take the time to relax. Indulge a little more or less. Set boundaries with your work. I'm telling you, this Emperor has already moved on. It's going after their passions. Alright? They're finding balance by doing this. Alright? You're finding balance, or maybe you need to find balance, or you found balance already. But you need to do a little more. Maybe you need to love yourself more, show a little more self-love, take your spiritual baths. Look, and then you got the butterflies too right there in regards to transformation. These people are, this damn Emperor is finding balance. I'm telling you, all this magic is just leaping him and bounding him in order for him to not just chase his passions and bring balance into his life, but this person's career is just gonna accelerate like crazy. But again, you need to set boundaries. Alright, this Emperor, this Empress, alright, you need to set boundaries. You can't be messing with these lower vibrational people. You need to set hard boundaries. They try to come in, get them out. They being deceptive, all that shit. Call the cops. Call the cops. Call the cops. Let them come in. Call the cops so they can get their ass arrested. Call the cops, but set hard boundaries. Also with your work. With your work. Maybe these people, maybe you've been dealing stuff at work. Maybe these toxic people are people from work and you've been dealing with stuff at work. But you're finding balance. Take a little bit more time to relax. Give yourself more self-love. Bring you more at peace, more centered. Alright? And that way, you'll just things just start to flow and you'll be more at peace. Telling you, freedom. You're finding freedom. It says live wild and free. Choose your freedom. Claim your independence. I'm telling you, this Emperor is finding freedom by moving on, by moving to calmer waters and going after their passions. They're finding a lot of balance and now they're setting themselves free. I'm telling you, this Emperor is long gone. They are finding freedom. Gone. Sayonara. Sayonara. This person is free, finding freedom. They're becoming more free by finding balance with going after their passions. Wow. Wow. That's only what it's gonna do. That's the only thing that's gonna happen. You're gonna find freedom. And again, this person is gonna end up going on a huge adventure. Maybe traveling soon. This person may be traveling soon. but they're definitely finding freedom. They're definitely finding balance, and they're definitely chasing their passion. They're doing stuff that excites them. They're doing stuff that it just fires them up, pumps them up. Anything, any kind of hobby, and they're becoming way more relaxed, and they're realizing it, and it just has just put them on a different level, setting them free, spreading their wings, seeing it for what it is, being gone, being independent, getting that house. All that spell work and shit don't work. It didn't work. Man, this person is definitely gonna be on a whole different new level. Whole different new level. Whole different new level. But man, you keep doing your thing, man, girl. You keep doing your thing. You keep finding your balance. You keep taking time for yourself. You know, showing yourself love. You know, following your passions, so you can bring more balance and stability into yourself. You know, but remember to set boundaries. Make sure you set your boundaries. You know, and keep following your passion, so you can continue to increase your energy level and continue to manifest. You know, continue to manifest. Keep moving. Go out. Go for a walk. Go for a run. If you like, maybe riding the bike. I don't know. Jogging, trail running, swimming. I don't know. Just any sort of passion. Any sort of hobby. Just anything that excites you. Go and do that. Go and get out. If you've been stuck in the house because of all these toxic people, but you've already moved on and everything. You moved to calmer waters. Go and do something. Go and get out. But you are finding balance. Definitely, for sure, you are finding balance. For sure. You're finding balance, for sure. And you're setting your, just make sure you set hard boundaries. But this is definitely giving you independence, and it's setting you free. Set yourself free. You already know what to do. You're doing it already. You're already doing it. You're already there. You're already here. You already set yourself free. Woo! Crazy. But alright, guys. That's all what I have for you guys today. So far for right now. I may get on later on today. May give you guys another reading to see what's up. But again, this was a collective reading. If it resonated with you, great. If it didn't, you already know. I'm sorry. Again, like I told you, this ain't no Cinderella story. Don't try to put the shoe that don't fit. If it don't fit, it don't fit. Use discernment. You know what to do, alright? But these people, they're dealing with an emperor. You can't play with no emperor. You can't play with no emperor. These money spells, all this stuff is just gonna go right back to you. It's just like, man, you cannot be doing black magic. You love someone, you care about someone, you said, you love them like crazy. You set them free, you let them go, you let them be. If it don't work, it don't work. If it don't work, it don't work. But this person's definitely finding balance and setting hard boundaries and setting themselves free, because they chose freedom. They chose to bounce. They chose to get away from these toxic people, toxic family, lover, friends, whatever, ex, cousin, aunt, whatever. But they're claiming their independence for sure. Setting them free. Setting them free. Soaring high in the sky. Chasing their passions. Bringing their energy levels up. Bringing balance. Definitely bringing balance to life. But alright, guys, that's what I have for you guys today. Again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I'll be having a link in the description box below if you guys want to donate. That'll be greatly appreciated. I'll be having PayPal and also a Cash App if you guys want to donate. Make sure you guys don't look at that. Split the deck. Look, growth. Look. Seek out a mentor or guide. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. I'm telling you, man, this freedom, all this stuff, finding your passion, setting boundaries. Ooh, I see a little baby. Horse, wings. Might be having a baby soon. You might be meeting someone. seek out a mentor. Take baby steps as you grow. Be willing to learn from others. You always gotta try to learn from others. There's always something you can learn from someone. But again, guys, thank you guys so much for staying with me. This is what I got for you. Again, this is a collective reading. Don't try to put the shoe that don't fit, okay? And donations would be greatly appreciated so we can get the channel going. Again, I'll be having way more videos for you guys coming up. I'm really excited on this spiritual journey. I'm really glad that my ancestors have really been kicking my ass and telling me to get to work. Telling me when your ancestors come down and they tell you you need to get to work, you better get to work, because it's time now. It's time for me to show not just who I really am, but it's time for me to give back, and it's time for me to help others, not just find themselves, but set themselves free, and give guidance, try to give advice, what the ancestors, what the angels want to do. But yeah, guys, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Again, I'll be having a donation. Would be greatly appreciated. It'll be down at the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe at the description box. And we're all good. We're all set to go. Make sure you guys take care of yourself. Make sure you guys are praying. Make sure you guys are taking your spiritual baths. Going out, go for a run. Make sure you guys are eating clean. Find that balance. I know you're trying to find the passion now. You're gonna be finding passion and everything. And now you've been finding freedom. But make sure you do the work. Make sure you continue to do the work. But this emperor is very powerful. Whoever this emperor is very powerful. But make sure you guys are doing your work. Make sure you guys are going out in nature and grounding yourself. You're drinking your water. You're eating your fruits. You're doing what you're supposed to do. Okay? You're out there drinking, smoking, or whatever you guys do. I don't have anything against that stuff, but you doing all that stuff, it ain't gonna get you nowhere. It ain't. It's just gonna pull you right back. Okay? But make sure you guys are doing your work. Make sure you guys are praying up. Make sure you guys are thanking your ancestors. Thanking your angels, your spirit guides, and thanking the universe. And I'm out. All right. Take it easy.